So for this worksheet, this is called an anticipation guide, and you're going to mark on this worksheet before and after reading. So before you read the story, you're just going to read these statements here, and you're going to decide whether you agree or disagree with them. So let's do this first one together right here. So it is possible for two people to know and understand each other completely. If you agree with that, all you do is put an X. And if you disagree with that, you put an X. But only do one of these, don't do both. And then you don't worry about this section right here until after reading. But you go ahead and do, the rest of these, mark them whether you agree or disagree. And then after you read the story, you'll go back to this worksheet right here, and then you'll answer this question. So why did your opinion change, or did your opinion change, why or why not? So if your opinion about these subjects over here, these statements over here, changed, then you'll put yes, and then you'll explain why. If your opinion didn't change, you'll put no, but you'll still have to explain why. So either way, if your opinion changed or didn't change, you'll have to explain. So for this worksheet, this should be on the back of your anticipation guide. And these are just questions that you'll answer after reading. A lot of them are opinion-based, so there's not really a technical right or wrong answer, but you still need to kind of back up your reasoning with evidence from the story. So let's look at number 1 here. Some stories don't follow a nice plot diagram. This one ends at the climax. How did you feel when the story ended without its problem being solved? So remember, we've been looking at plot and the plot of stories. So if you remember our plot diagram that we did, the climax is the highest point in the plot diagram, and it's kind of like the turning point of the story, or the biggest, most interesting event in the story. And The Lady or the Tiger, ends at the climax. And there are a lot of things kind of left unanswered. So you're pretty much just answering, how did you feel when the story ended without its problem being solved? Now, I want you to write complete sentences for this. So don't just put confused. You got to tell me why you were confused. So put complete sentences and kind of explain why you think that way. So for number 2 here, since the king loved his daughter dearly, why do you think he threw her lover in prison? So this one could have multiple answers, but once again, you kind of have to use an example from the story. There's kind of a lot of reasons that the king did this. And then once again, number 3, this one's more opinion-based. So do you think the king's system of justice is fair? Why or why not? So you can put yes or no, but you've got to answer why or why not. So you've got to tell me why you think it's fair or why you think it's not fair. So number 4, which came out of the open door, the lady or the tiger? What do you think? Did the princess send her lover to the lady or the tiger? Why? So this one kind of has 2 questions. So you're answering, what do you think she did? And then why you think she did it. So be sure to answer both of those questions. Okay, let's see. Let's go down, if I can. Hold on. I'm still trying to figure out this app. Okay. It's not working for some reason. Give me a second. It was just working. Okay, there we go. Okay, now we're on number 5. So the end of The Lady or the Tiger is about the princess's decision. whether to send her lover to the lady or the tiger. But doesn't the lover too have a decision to make? With a movement of her hand, the princess has told him to open the door on the right. This leads us to the final question. Remember, the lover knows that the princess knows which door hides the lady and which door hides the tiger. How well does the lover know the princess? Will he open the door she has chosen, or believing it hides the tiger, will he open the other one? So this is kind of a long question here, but your main question or questions that you're answering is, how well does the lover know the princess? Will he open the door she has chosen? Or believing it hides the tiger, will he open the other one? So you're going to answer, how well does he know the princess? Remember, in complete sentences. And you also have to answer, does he actually open the door that she told him to? Then finally, number 6. This one is also another one with multiple questions. So first one, do you think people are less barbaric now than they were hundreds of years ago? So you're kind of thinking here, like, in what ways are we still barbaric? And you don't have to just think about, yourself. Think about humanity as a whole. And so you'll answer like yes or no, and then kind of in what ways. So you have to give like specific examples. So put specific examples. So like one way that we're kind of still barbaric is that people, still kill other people. There's still crime and stuff happening. So, or are they more barbaric? In what ways? Or are we just exactly the same? So once again, make sure you give specific examples to help others understand your thoughts.